Hey guys, Lewis here. Welcome back to another episode of West of Loathing. As you can see, we got our new awesome hat. Let's get right off to business, shall we? Now, there's a few places we haven't explored yet, and I'm going to go check them out. First off, we're gonna go to the Lost Dutch Oven Mine, and then we'll possibly visit the Circus after that. But we'll probably wander around. We haven't done that in a while. Alright, what do we got over here? What do you think, Gary? Oh no, such a smell that Gary too smelling. It's really something, yeah, oof. Gary too waiting out here and breathing through mouth. Good call. So, the Lost Dutch Oven. I have a feeling this is gonna be all about farts. Let's go ahead and harvest that gin blossom. Howdy there, Timmy. The cellulose isn't very tight. Tighten it. Oh, some ore kits jarred loose from the upsluice, and some unrefined meat duct came out. Nice. Wow, those are some stinky fissures. I can't get any closer, not without some stench resistance at least. Aren't I wearing my stench resistance? I am not. I'm wearing my porcelain cow. Where is my offhand? There it is. It's a good thing these flowers are able to help me get through. The stench is barely tolerable. Lost Dutch Oven Mine, level 1. We still haven't gotten the combination to the locker in the other mine. These lockers are all unlabeled and unlocked. Loot them. Miner's pants and gas mask. -3 muscle, -3 mysticality, -3 moxie, but 15% stench resistance. This thing was hard to see out of even before it sat in a dusty mine for 15 years. You got miner pants too. Can't wear these if you're over 18 feet tall, because you'd be way too small for you. Miners must have eaten down here to avoid the stench upstairs. Grab what's left. Instant grits and sugar guns. Nice. Oh. I don't know what kind of tobacco these miners are chewing, but it must be extra corrosive because this brass spittoon has a hole eaten through the bottom, dark stains underneath it where the spit leaked out. Although oddly, it doesn't seem to be leaking now. It's half full. I guess the miners plugged the hole with something. Inspect it. It's a spittoon. It's disgusting. You can practically see the stink lines coming off of it. Come on, let's not do this. Inspect the spittoon. Ah, geez, fine, okay. You crouch down and take a careful look at the filthy spittoon. The inside is blackened with years worth of stains. The death broth inside has a rainbow sheen like a parking lot oil spill, and occasionally a little bubble pops on the surface. You can actually feel a slight warmth radiating off of it from whatever dire chemical reaction is taking place in there. You realize you're holding your breath. Not deliberately, but from the human body's natural instinct for self-preservation. Inhale. Imagine someone made a big pot of chili con corn and left it under the porch. 3 rats crawl into the pot, eat half the chili, and then die. A week later, a family of cockroaches take up residence among the writhing maggots. The cockroaches smoke thick black cigars which they light with tufts of burning human hair. This is what it smells like. Search it. Fortunately for you, the rainbow-colored film on the surface of the liquid coats your hand as you plunge it into the toxic stew, keeping it from being immediately dissolved down to the bones. The smell intensifies and your stomach prepares to hose the poison off your arm with a high-pressure stream of vomit. Keep searching. Your fingers touch something at the bottom of the spittoon. Better pull it out fast while you still have something to pull with. Pull! You pull the world's most disgusting pair of pants out of the spittoon and jump back as the hole at the spittoon's bottom, now unplugged, begins to leak steaming filth. Congratulations, you are now the proud owner of the worst object I've ever been paid to think about, narrowly defeating a leather bondage harness made from the skin of a clown. Oh, yes. Oh, well, what is it? These pants look and smell like they were used to line the bottom of a leaky spittoon, and there's a very good reason for that. +2 armor, +2 speed. Hooray! I wish I could see the pants. Alright. Creative mining supplies, you assume. Pry it open. Sulfur matches, can of oil, and a can of kerosene. This one's already picked over. Card is empty. Oiling. You lubricate the elevator liberally. Right down. You emerge from the elevator into a deeper shaft. By the light of your lantern, you see exposed meat veins on nearly every surface. It's unusual that there would be this much readily available meat left in a working mine. What were they digging for if not this? Curious. Huh. Exposed meat vein? Yeah, you pick away at the exposed meat deposit. Meat nugget, 50 meat and 15 XP. Yep, pretty much the same thing. 48 meat. Oh. You okay, buddy? Just gonna mind that. This guy's totally out of it. He's gibbering and drooling and doesn't seem to even see you. Try talking to him. Hey, buddy, you okay? Uh-huh. You wave your hand in front of his face, but he doesn't react at all. 44 meat and 20 XP. Leave him to his gibbering. I wonder if there's a way to get him to stop gibbering. We got more meat nuggets, 44 meat, 20 XP, and more mind explaining bonus. Shovels dulled to uselessness. It's a big hole here they were digging. Broken pickaxe. Was one of the miners digging with his helmet? Looks like this miner died trying to dig deeper with his hands. Yeah. Wow. An ominous ladder leading down into the deep dark pit. This gem is pretty, but it smells terrible. Extract it. Eluvious emerald. If this gem is half as valuable as it is pungent, you are in the money. You should probably wash your hands before you spend it. There's still some little bits of fingernails in these gouges. The hair on the back of your neck stands up. Ugh. Finger bones are all splintered, your heart is pounding. This guy seems to have gnawed off his own hands before he died. You have to get out of this pit right now. This guy worked his fingers to the bone digging and then worked his bones to the marrow. You have to get out of this pit right now. These scratches are just painted on. In blood. You have to get out of this pit right now. These gouge marks are dark with blood. You have to get out of this pit right now. There seems to be a pattern right here. As you get near the rocks, the voices in your head begin screaming too loudly to ignore. You have to get out of this pit right now. Fine. Well, I want to know what's going on in there. Okay. Why do I have to get out of there? Gary, I need advice. No, I want to know though. No, I have to know. Do I use dynamite? Do I use a pickaxe? Okay, there we go. This pile is pretty obviously made on purpose. Closer inspection reveals that the stones are mortared together. What could be hidden in there? Bust up the pile with a pickaxe, move the rocks by hand, magic the rocks away, or talk the rocks into leaving. I'm gonna talk the rocks into leaving. Hey fellas, yeah, you mind moving out of the way? You are one smooth talker. You get 20 XP. Yes, I am. There's a trapezoidal piece missing from this weird crossbar thing. So it's the teleporter, but with a thing that's covering it. Okay. So that's what they were trying to dig at. I don't have the thing that they need. Maybe it's a keystone thing we need? Alright, so it's El Vibrato. We know that. So we can come back when we get whatever it is. Well, this was worth it. I got a spittoon in here and got some pants. Alright, let's go ahead and re-equip our offhand here. There we go. Let's get out of here, Gary. Alright, so let's wander around up here a bit. Ooh. A burly, grizzled man in leather, well, everything, is busy peeling the skin off of a no longer recognizable animal. He looks up at you and growls, brandishing his skinning knife as if to say, bother me and you'll be next. Bother me and you'll be next. Yeah, I got that. We could bother him, show him your skinning knife, back away, or intimidate him. Let me show him my skinning knife. That's not a knife. This is. Don't be stupid. They're both knives. You're a skinner too, eh? Well, not professionally or anything. It's a hobby, I guess. Alright, come over here and watch close. I'll show you a couple tricks. Learn something. You don't really understand the tricks, but they result in you getting some free skins, and so you're happy. You got electric snake skin and smoldering leather. The leather still smolders with some of the unholy fire that animated the abomination you sliced it from. It'd make a great winter blanket if it wasn't for all this evil. Cool, 20 XP. That was worth it. Let's wander around a bit more. I'm usually suspicious of like all these empty spaces. You rein in your horse upon hearing a rattle of bones and clanking of chains nearby. With a hiss, a skeletal figure scuttled towards you. It's a little confusing to look at. Instead of a skull, it has another smaller skeleton growing out the top of its spine. It also has a manacle locked around one of its ankles, trailing a length of broken chain. Looks like it escaped from somewhere? Maybe it escaped from the circus? Fight it? That's kind of strange. Yeah. Oh, let's beat it up. You won. Twice, kind of. Wildly deformed bone. This couldn't have been comfortable. This item goes on your lapel, plus 5 spell damage. I'm thinking they came from the circus. Old grave off to the side. Someone went down and stuck a wooden cross in the ground for no reason. Dig it up. You dig up a grave and we'll find pretty much what you'd expect. Grave dirt and skeleton bone. Looks like regular dirt, but spookier. Increases your spooky resistance by 15% rest of the day. What do? Do I just sprinkle grave dirt all over my head? Alright, well, let's go to the circus. You smell it before you see it. A skeleton trudging towards you, covered with mud and muck and smelling like garbage juice. Must have crawled out of some horrible bog nearby, and if the skeleton smells this bad, the bog must have been unimaginable, so it makes sense that even a skeleton would want to get away from there. Fight it. Oh, look at it dripping. I'm gonna hit you with a spooky skull. Oh, I'm not good at magic. It's okay, Gary finished him. You won. Now to wash every part of you that even came close to that thing. Skull chips and a handful of loose teeth. Nice job. Oh, great. Looks like you found the circus those clowns were talking about. Ugh, a circus. That's like a clown hive. Fortunately, it's not a very big circus. There probably aren't very many clowns. Certainly not enough for an army or invasion force or anything. Still, since it turns out demonic clowns are a real thing, any number of them could be real trouble. You walk up as nonchalantly as possible, so the clown clowning the ticket booth won't suspect you know his horrible secret. Whistle innocently. What do you think, Gary? Uh-oh, white face not man's. Yeah, and probably a whole lot of them. Not a safe place for two going. No, but we probably ought to try and find out what they're up to. Yeah. It's a northern clownwort. Let's harvest it. Clownwort pollen. There's a little pile of shimmering pollen from the northern clownwort flower, which some scientists claim is the source of all clown power. Increases your resistance to elemental damage by 15% for the rest of the day. Interesting. Nothing that way. As you approach, the clown puts on a basically cheerful facial expression that retail employees use when the last thing they want to deal with is a customer, but they're not allowed to say so. Talk to him. Welcome to Barnaby Bob's perfectly normal traveling circus sideshow, sir. How can I help you? Well, I'd like to see the circus, please. I'd like to run away with the circus, please. Alright, you can't actually. Never mind. I'd like to run away with the circus, please. Aren't you a little old for that? Sorry, we aren't hiring. Darn. Well, I'd like to see the circus. Well, you came to the right place. Yeah, but if you want to get inside, you'll need a ticket. I just so happen to have one. The clown looks very surprised. What? How did you... well, great, good for you, sir. I'll just take that and stamp your hand for re-entry. There we go. Enjoy the show. What about my partner? Partner's getting free. Thanks. Recognizes you and waves you towards the circus entrance. As you enter the circus, the ticket booth clown shouts, "Welcome to Barnaby Bob's perfectly normal traveling circus sideshow, sir," in a loud and enthusiastic voice. Let's enter. You walk into the circus. Actually, I guess it's more of a carnival, but let's not split hairs as nonchalantly as possible. There are a bunch of clowns around working at the booths and so on. More clowns than customers, of which there doesn't seem to be more than a dozen or so, which is good. In that, it means that the clowns can't disappear you as easily if they figure out what you know, but on the other hand, if things go wrong, your innocent bystanders might get caught in the crossfire. Got it. What do we got here? Merry-go-round has dirty canvas tarp over it. Read the sign. The sign says condemned until further notice. We encourage anyone suffering from horse bites to consult a doctor. Oh god, they're using horses for that? Tickets. This clown is presumably selling tickets to the sideshow. Talk to him. Howdy, fella. Can I interest you in the wondrous and mysterious delights of the sideshow? What do you have in there? Secrets, mystery, things too weird and disturbing to be witnessed by the light of day. Freaks? Not just freaks. Gosh. How much does it cost? For you, 300 meat. And for everyone else, 300 meat. Okay, I'm in. You won't be disappointed, and in the event you are disappointed, no refunds. He takes your meat and stamps your hand. 300 meat. There you go. Enjoy. I'll go in there in just a little bit. I want to look out and see. Hot food, cold drinks, tepid candy. Red Hots calls the clown behind the food stand. Red Hots, footlongs, 2 kinds of mustards. There's also a small sign that says lost and found. Talk to the vendor. Howdy, sir. Interest you in a hot footlong sausage? Are they actually a foot long? 12 inches? Because a lot of guys say that, but I'm just gonna stop you right there, seeing as there's ladies and children present. You want one or not? Well, at least he's civil about it. What are they made of? What do you mean? They're pork. What else do you make a sausage out of? Regular pork or long pork? The clown gives you a long chilly look. I'm sure I don't know what you're implying, sir. How much are they? 250 meat with your choice of condiments. What are the condiments? I've got onions, pickle, relish, 3 kinds of mustards, but you just said there's 2, and 2 kinds of ketchup. 2 kinds of ketchup? Yep, got both ketchup and catsup. Okay, what about mustard? Brown, yellow, and blue. Blue mustard? Ah, looks like I'm all out of the blue, sorry. Okay, so there is 2. Okay, I'll take 1. Thank you kindly, sir. Here you are. Help yourself to the condiments. Clown sausage. Large pork sausage with your choice of condiments, except he was all out of blue mustard. Thanks, I guess. I could buy another one, but he has a lost and found. I'll probably come back for that. Cold drinks, calls the clown behind this food stand. Ice cold sarsaparilla in bottles. Talk to the vendor. Howdy, sir. Care to treat yourself to an ice cold soft drink? You said you're selling them in bottles? That's right. Got the new-fangled clown cork bottle caps and all. What kinds do you have? I've got root beer, ginger beer, and sarsaparilla. How about celery? Nope. How about orange cream? Nope. How about blue raspberry? Nope. Grapefruit? Nope. Black cherry? Nope. Lemon lime? Nope. Black cherry? Alright, that's that. Energy drinks? Nope. Diet key lime? Okay. I think this is just gonna loop. Strawberry? Nope. Okay, well, what kinds do you have again? Do you make the drinks yourself? If you were asking if we have a wagon dedicated to brewing and bottling 3 different kinds of sodas in our traveling carnival? No. We stock up as we pass through large towns. Ah. Well, how much are they? 205 meat. It's for the deposit on the bottom. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, so 205. Sure, I'll take one. Root beer, ginger beer, or sarsaparilla? I'll take some root beer. Here you go. Enjoy. It's a bottle of root beer. The least disappointing thing out of the set of things that have the word beer in them but aren't beer. Well, I still got some money. So let's just take one of each. Ginger beer. Label on this one has 1 word that you like and 1 word that you're ambivalent about. Increasing my muscle. Let's get some sarsaparilla, even though I know we have that. Yep, never sure how to spell it. Tepid candy. Cotton candy, calls the clown behind this food stand, and then makes a whee noise with a slide whistle. Come try the just invented confectionery delight. Talk to the vendor. The clown blows his slide whistle again as you approach. Food, Step right up, fella, step up. Try one of the world's newest candy sensations. What is it? Cotton candy, the finest in several senses of the word. Spun sugar created through a revolutionary new process. It's so light and sweet and fluffy, it's like eating butterfly dreams and kitten wishes. Ooh. So it isn't actually made of cotton. What? No, cotton's indigestible, no matter how much chocolate you cover it with. Found that out the hard way, did you? Ooh. I wish I had a slide whistle. How do you make it? He pats a metal box with a wide funnel coming out of the top. This little machine right here. Can't tell you how it works, much as I'd like to brag. It's a trade secret. You invented it? Not and such. A couple dentists down south were the first one. Dentists! Go figure. But after hearing about it, I managed to figure out how it works. Made a few improvements with my design too. It's the whole dentist conspiracy. Now I'm really curious. Sorry, fella. These secrets in this box are from nobody's eyes but my own. I'll be happy to sell you some cotton candy, though. How much does it cost? Just 300 meat. I'll take one. Alright, that'll be 300 meat. Okay. You lose 300 meat. Clown puts his slide whistle down on the counter, ducks underneath, and comes back up with a paper cone, which he holds in the mouth of the metal box. He pulls down a lever, and the machine makes a thin squealing sound as glittering white spun sugar collects around the paper cone in a fluffy cloud. Here you go. Enjoy. Got some cotton candy. Even just plain old sugar tastes better on a stick. Increases your speed by 3 for the rest of the day. Thanks. What do you think, Gary? Very many white-faced, sharp teeth, not man's, to being uncomfortable. You stay here and watch the exit. I'll snoop around a bit. This extremely muscular clown seems to be guarding the entrance to some sort of stage, the main stage. Talk to him. The clown crosses his arm and grunts when you approach. The stage show ain't till later. When? Later. Yeah, but when exactly? Later. Okay, jeez. Test your aim. This appears to be a shooting gallery type carnival game. Let's take a closer look. Howdy there, fellow. What we have here is a game for sharp eyes and quick reflexes. Hope you won't take it as an insult if I suggest one of the other games might be more to your speed, but you're welcome to try the luck all the same. What's the game? Well, on the wall behind me, I've got a bunch of thick-skinned, underinflated balloons for 10 meat. I'll loan you a cheap, inaccurate pistol and a pile of badly made ammunition, and your goal is to pop as many of those balloons as you can before the pistol stops working. That's an unusually honest-sounding description. I've discovered making the challenge sound exactly as difficult as it sounds only makes people more determined to be the one who beats it. Yeah. Well, I'll give you credit there. What's the prize? A ticket to Barney Bob's stage show, which is otherwise sold out, so it's a rare catch, my friend. Okay, I'll give it a shot. 10 meat. The clown hands you a cheap pistol and gestures at the balloons behind you. Good luck. Shoot backwards and cross-eyed. Shoot from the hip. Shoot like the wind. Shoot like a jaguar. Shoot backwards and cross-eyed. You awkwardly fumble the ammo into the pistol and fire until it's empty, at which point you can't figure out how to get it back open to put more in. Wow, not a single balloon pop. I did tell you the rules, right? How popping the balloons is the actual goal of the game? You know, it's worth it just to see the dialogue here. Shoot from the hip. You shoot at the balloons until the pistol jams. You manage to pop a few, but not very many. The clown nods. Yep, that's about average. Not enough to win a prize, though. Sorry. Dang it. I got the meat. Shoot like the wind. Hey, not bad at all. Not enough balloons for our grand prize, but it's worth a little something. Gives you a little toy stuffed cat. And a small plush kitten. This little toy kitten isn't very well made, but at least it's nearly cute. Item goes in your offhand, plus 3 pistol attack damage. Alright. Now we shoot like a jaguar. Not sure exactly how a jaguar shoots, but presumably it's pretty good. You cleared nearly the entire wall of balloons and the clown looks genuinely impressed. Well, I'll be. Looks like you win. Congratulations on the finest shooting I've seen in quite a time. Circus Side Show. Admit 1. Barnaby Bob's astonishing demonstration of I'm not even gonna attempt that. Perspicacity and skill. The show will be starting soon, so don't miss it. Thanks. Oh. Well, damn. Well, when's later? This appears to be some kind of card-based carnival game, though it's not clear how it works from here. Who are you? There's a kid here searching around with a sad look on his face. Talk to him. You okay, kid? Did you lose your parents? I lost my lucky bottle cap. You haven't seen it, have you, sir? No, but I'll keep an eye out. What's it look like? Shiny steel, and it's on a little chain. I'll let you know if I find it. Maybe it's in the lost and found. I still need to check out that other tent that I bought tickets to. Greetings and salutations, fella. This is a game designed to test your intelligence and capacity for abstract thought. And well, if you care to try your luck, far be it from me to obstruct you. What's the game? Simplest guessing game imaginable. I've got a standard deck of playing cards here. I show you all the faces and then I turn them back over and start picking cards. You guess what cards I pick and you win. You don't shuffle them? No, sir. If you can memorize a deck of cards that fast, more power to you. Or if you got a touch of magic in you want to try reading my mind, that's fine too. Just don't dig too deep. What's the prize? Ticket to Barnaby Bob's stage show. It's otherwise sold out. Okay, we'll test all of it. Carefully scan the deck of cards as the clown spreads it out in front of you. Then he turns them over with a sweeping flourish. Ready? Give it a little. The clown starts picking up cards out of the deck and holding them up with the backs to you. You don't manage to guess a single one of them. In fact, you can't remember what the black thing that looks like a shovel is called. It's a spade. Alright, give it a lot. The clown starts picking cards, and you manage to guess a few, but not very many. Don't feel bad, friend. That's about average. Not good enough to win a prize, though. Darn. It's okay, I got meat. Give it a whole lot. You managed to guess about 2/3 of them. Say that's not bad. Not enough to win the grand prize, but you deserve some recognition for that, my friend. He gives you a little toy stuffed owl. Little toy owl is about exactly as good a prize as you expect for not winning a carnival game. The item goes in your offhand and it's +5 spell damage. Alright, now let's give it a whole lot. I don't know if there's any point to getting all the tickets, but we might as well. Alright. You rattle off their names as fast as he can pick them up. He seems genuinely impressed. That, sir, is so remarkable as to be practically frightening. Looks like we have a winner. Thanks. I see you've already got a ticket to Barnaby Bob's show, though those are limited to one a patron. Let me give you our other grand prize. He hands you a large and reasonably well-made plush owl. Oh, cool. So you get a better one if you have the ticket. This big plush owl was actually pretty impressive for the carnival game loot. The eyes might be even real glass. Items goes in your offhand, +4 mysticality and +4 spell damage. Neat. If that's the case, could I go back and get this one? Shoot like a dragon. Yeah, I got a large plush cat. Well now, this is a fine stuffed cat as you'll ever seen at a traveling carnival in the woods miles from anywhere. Goes in your offhand, +4 moxie and pistol attack. See, you already got a ticket. We'll give you the other grand prize. Alright, this appears to be one of those test your strength games where you have to use a big hammer to ring a bell. Take a closer look. Well, howdy there, fella. You look like you got a good arm on ya. Here's a game that's right up your alley. What's the game? Simple as can be. Just take this big mallet here and hit the lever under the bell. Ring the bell and you win. What's the prize? Ticket to the Barnaby show. Oh, I'll give it a shot. All 4 of them. Hit it not very hard. The clown takes your meat and puts the big mallet on the counter. Good luck. Hit it not very hard. You heave the mallet off the counter and struggle to carry it over to the lever, which you don't so much as hit as drop the mallet onto it, completely out of breath. The little bell striker doesn't move at all. Wow. Is there a word for something that's so unimpressive it actually becomes impressive as a result? See, I'd love the dialogue. Hit it kind of hard. You pick up the surprisingly heavy mallet and haul it over and lever and slam it down as hard as you can. The striker gets about halfway to the bell. Well now, that's about average. I'd say good try, fella. Good, solid try. Rats. Well, let's see. Hit it quite hard. You pick up the mallet and take a deep breath and smash that lever with a mighty swing. The little bell striker makes it nearly, but not quite to the bell. Well now, that was very close. Not a grand prize winner, but it's the best thing I've seen today. That's gotta be worth something. He hands you a small teddy bear. Little toy bear is about as big as your fist and feels like it's been stuffed with gravel. Congratulations. +4 melee attack damage. Alright, now let's give it our all. Hit it extremely hard. You pick up the mallet, toss it end over end, and catch it a couple of times to test its weight, and casually slam it into the lever. Ding! Well, I'll be. That's some genuine muscle you've got on you, fella. Looks like you're a winner. Thanks. See, you already got a ticket to the show, though those are limited to one to patron. Let me give you our other grand prize. He hands you a large, reasonably well-made teddy bear. This toy stuffed bear is not what you'd call quality, but it's above the best you'll ever get from a carnival game. Nice job. +4 muscle and +4 melee attack. Neat. You're still looking for your bottle cap. Let's check the freak show tent real quick. The sideshow tent is fairly large and packed with weird things to look at, like all other good sideshows are. A few lanterns are hanging from the ceiling, casting flickering shadows around and making everything look even more eerie. A clown is hanging out in here, presumably to keep an eye on the exhibits. He grins and nods as you enter. Come on in, take your time, have a good look around. Just remember, no touching. Look around. What do we got here? This is one of those weird vent mirrors that make you look all crazy, as if there wasn't enough crazy looking stuff around here already. Look at yourself. Yeah, this mirror shows you what you'd look like in clown makeup. Bloodshot eyes stare back at you from a pasty white face painted with an odd pattern of red triangles. In the flickering lantern light, it almost looks like he winks at you. Brr. Maybe it is a demon clown. This looks to be one of those weird vent mirrors. But let's take a look at this one and see if it's any different. Makes you look really stretched out and thin. Your limbs twist and writhe like snakes as you move around. It's a bit unsettling, and your muscles ache a little sympathetically. Your reflection in this mirror is short and squashed looking, folded up like an accordion. You spend a moment moving back and forth in front of the mirror, seeing how images changes. It's kind of amusing. What we got here? These shelves are displaying a large collection of strangely painted eggs. Have a closer look. You see several shells full of white eggs, each one painted with a unique pattern of colorful shapes. A small placard pinned to one of the shells says, "Clown eggs." In the circus community, it is traditional for each clown to paint their chosen makeup pattern onto an eggshell. These clown eggs are archived for future reference to ensure that no one chooses a pattern that has already been used. It is considered extremely taboo to wear another clown's face. These must be the eggs for the clowns that work in the circus. You recognize a few of them, like the clown here in front of the sideshow tent and the ticket seller clown out front. Inspect the eggs more closely. Hey, step back, please. No touching. Sorry, leave the shelf. Yeah, leave them alone. What we got here? These shelves are filled with jars, and the jars are filled with things. Weird looking things. Look closer. You lean in a little closer to inspect the jars. They mostly contain malformed and or mutated animals pickled in formaldehyde. Three-headed kitten, some kind of ferret or weasel with 8 legs, a twisted Mobius loop of snake without a head or tail. Weird, crazy stuff. One shelf seems to be devoted to a huge, gross, pale grubs like fat, featureless white worms the size of a sweet potato. The one on the end is larger than the others, shiny black eyes. Someone has painted its face in an apparent parody of a clown makeup. Yuck. Take a closer look. The pasty white face has been painted with a little blue triangles over and under the eyes. The creature has a long, thin slash of mouth as well, and the area around it has been painted with bright red lipstick. The black eyes flash red as the thing suddenly flashes in the jar, spinning to face you and stretching its mouth open, revealing a row of yellow shark teeth. You stumble back with a cry of shock. Yeah! Ah, got you good there, buddy. What is that? It ain't a real critter. It's made of rubber and clay and doll parts and such. Got an electromagnet under the shelf to move it with. Takes a little push button gizmo out of his pocket to show you. Should've seen your face. You about jumped right out of your boots. Well, let's talk to this guy. Based on his attitude, uniquely combining attentiveness and extreme boredom, you assume this clown's job is to keep an eye on the show exhibits. Talk to him. Howdy, fella. Welcome to the sideshow. Thanks. What's to see in here? Well, down to your left, we have our collection of spooky warped mirrors. Right here, we have our exhibit of clown eggs and pickled punks. And further down to our right is our freak show. Feel free to explore. I'll be here if you got any questions. Okay, thanks. Actually, I will ask you a few questions right now. I have a question about those weird mirrors. What's with those weird mirrors? Aren't they a riot? That's what you call an optical illusion, as I understand it. It has to do with the way light reflects off of them. I'm 100% sure that what I saw can't be explained by the reflection of light. No telling when you might see if you look too long. No. Okay. What about the eggs? What can you tell me about these eggs? That's traditional clown thing. There's a placard there next to them that explains it in detail. Don't get too close, please. They're fragile. Okay. What about the things in the jars? That's what we in the business called pickled punks, a menagerie of strange and twisted creatures such as you've never before seen the like, captured and preserved and on display for your entertainment and edification. That's how the boss says. So, are they real? As real as they come? Eh. Well, what about the freak show? About these, people. You mean the freaks? Ain't they a scream? The one with that giant eyeball head is my favorite. Nice quiet fella. Uh-huh. If you have questions about the other two, feel free to ask them personally. I wouldn't want to be telling tales out of the school since the eye guy can't talk though. You can ask me about him if you want. Okay, well what can you tell me about him? Not much, I'm afraid, to be honest. He joined us about a year ago, maybe a little less. Where did he come from? No idea. Weird, ain't it? You'd think fellas looked like that, you would have read about him in all the papers, right? Well yeah, sure is mysterious. How did he get like that? Couldn't tell you. I bet you've got a theory at least. Well, maybe he saw something no human fella ever should see. Okay, bye. That only confirms my suspicion. This guy is a startling sight, even for a circus freak show. His entire head is one enormous eyeball. As you look him over, he stares back at you. Not that he's got much choice. Let's talk to him. Hello there, I'm Tim. ... How's it going? ... Can you talk? ... Guess not. ... Take a closer look at him. You move a little to the side and lean over the rope to get a closer look at the guy. He's basically just what he seems to be at first glance. A guy with a giant eyeball for a head. You do notice two things though. First, he has an odd lump at the, well, what you would call the base of his skull if he had one. A sort of crumpled fleshy mass the size of a fist. With a squint and some imagination, it almost looks like the crushed and shriveled vestigial remains of a human head. The second thing you notice is that his ankles are locked to the legs of his stools, and the legs of those stools are bolted to the floor. So, do you blink? ... Or wink, I guess. ... Guess not. So, this Circus gig. His hands slowly curl into fists and knuckles turn white with tension. ... I see. Or, I understand, I mean. I'll see you around. Were you born this way? Sorry, I guess that's a pretty personal question. Yeah. Okay, see you around. Not much. How's it hanging? ... Alright, well, I'll see you around. Maybe there's more to it later on. You look normal. That in itself is a little suspicious. This man is neatly dressed, though his suit is a bit of threadbare and out of fashion. He's smoking a pipe and leafing through a magazine. When you stop to look at him, he nods amicably. Talk to him. Hello there, welcome to the sideshow. My name is Douglas. Hi, I'm Tim. Delighted to meet you. So, well, are you perhaps trying to think of a polite way to ask what's wrong with me? Yeah, you got me. Don't worry, Tim. I am in a sideshow after all. It is an obvious and natural question. Wait a minute. You said that last bit without moving your lips. Are you a ventriloquist? Not at all. Allow me to demonstrate. He stands up and turns around. His back is the same as his front. That is, his suit has been tailored with two front sides, and he has another face on the back of his head with his hair cut and parted appropriately. Ta-da! As he sits back down, his knees and other joints crack and pop loudly as they reverse themselves. Douglas winces slightly, and though certainly not as much as you'd expect. What in the... Surprising, yes? A bit, yeah. How is that even possible? Douglas shrugs and holds his pipe up to the now back of his head so the other face can take a puff. Are you, what's the phrase, Siamese twins? Not exactly. It's difficult to describe, I'm afraid. Two minds in one body with two faces? It would be closer to the truth to say two instances of the same mind. With, as you say, two faces. You're right, that doesn't make any sense at all. The other face chuckles, and Douglas holds his magazine behind his back. It took some getting used to, that much is quite certain. Were you born like this? I would rather not discuss how I came to be this way, if you don't mind. Okay, sorry. No apology necessary. Your knees must be a wreck, though. Surgery was necessary to bend them in both directions. It sounds worse than it feels, I assure you. Why are you in a sideshow, though? With a regular suit and a haircut, you could easily pass for normal. I have a contract. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot the clown making a gesture, but you didn't catch what it was. Douglas clears his throat. Plus, well, it's quite the life, you know. Free room and board, travel the world, and you, meeting such interesting people. Talk to you later, Douglas. Well, unless you had something else to say. Nope, talk to you later. Alright. There's a lady here with her head sticking out of a hole in a large metal box. She nods politely at you. Okay, I am running a little out of time, so I'm probably gonna make this the last one before I end off the episode. Now let's talk to her. Hello. Hello there. Enjoying the carnival? Well, it's interesting. She smiles slightly. Yes, I'm sure it is. Can I ask you a question? Certainly. What's your name? I'm Janet. And you? I'm Tim. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Tim. Why are you in a box? That's a rather personal question, isn't it? Oh, sorry. I'm only teasing, dear. Would you like to see inside? Sure. Janet whistles to signal the clown and he moseys over. He unlocks the door on the front of the box and throws it open with a theatrical flourish. Inside, instead of Janet's body, you see a tangled, complicated assortment of glass tubes and pipes, ticking clockwork gears and pumps. Liquids of various colors, mostly red, slosh through the tubes. A large bellows near the top inflates, then begins to slowly deflate. What do you think? Oh, it's actually amazing. It's amazing. I've never seen anything like it. Well, I'll take that as a compliment. It's certainly educational, I imagine. The larger tank on my left is my stomach if you'd like to see what I had for lunch today. Examine her workings. You watch the various liquids slosh in their tanks and pipes for a minute. Weird, gross, but it is indeed educational. Anatomical learning. You know what makes a human being tick, and how to stop one from ticking. Come to that. Plus 3 melee attack damage. Well, how did this happen to you? Were you in some kind of terrible accident? I'm sorry, but I can't talk about that. Of course, sorry, it must be a painful memory. Her calmly composed face creases into a very slight grimace as she shoots a sidelong glance at the clown. Yes. Well, it's nice to meet you. Good luck, Tim. That is a lot of clockwork in there. How are you feeling? If you're referring to my condition, don't worry. I've grown accustomed to it, more or less. Well, it's nice to meet you. Okay, well, obviously something's up, and they're all referring to this clown in some way being responsible. Does he ever blink? You mean wink? Yeah, nope, no eyelids. I gotta toss a bucket of water over him once in a while so he don't get too dry. He does look a bit dry now that you mention it. Yeah, it's getting about that time. Excuse me for a minute. Sure. Okay, he moved. How's it hanging? Okay, well, something's up here. Can I go behind the shelf now? Inspect the more... Oh, since the clown's distracted, you take the opportunity to get a closer look at the eggs. You notice 2 things about them. Firstly, they're too large to be chicken eggs. You have no idea what kind of eggs they are. Secondly, they've all been broken and then very meticulously glued back together. They almost look like they've been reassembled from after something hatched out of them. You quickly step back as the guard clown returns. He gives you a fair amount of side eye, but he doesn't say anything. Maybe I could get him to leave again? Alright, well, something hatched out of these eggs. Does look a bit dry. Yeah, it's getting about that time, sure. Oh, what did I get? I didn't Oh, I'm sore now. Damn. Well, it looks like I'll have to end up sleeping. I should be slower on this. See, stretched out like taffy. You can hear your joints cracking. Not normal mirrors, that's for sure. What about over here then? Wait, these are the eggs though. I wanted to look at the weird punks. Take a closer look. You lean in closer to inspect the gross thing. Despite what the clown said, it certainly looks real. Whoever made it did an excellent and disgusting job. Peeking superstitiously under the shelf, you don't see any evidence of an electromagnet or other such device. Huh. Alright, well, what do the others have to say? Alright, nothing from Janet. What about you, Douglas? These must be a wreck. We're at a sideshow. Contract. Talk to you later, Douglas. Need to talk. Take a closer look at him. Do you blink? Circus gig? Maybe there's like a way for me to push the clown towards him? Can I push the shelf over on him? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Well, I'll probably have to read what I missed while I'm editing the video, but I'm actually pretty much out of time here, so I'm going to go ahead and, well, since I got the sore buff, I mean, it's only 10 maximum HP. Something's up here, obviously. And this guy keeps saying the show is not until later, so I'm assuming like maybe the next day. Alright, so if that's the case, we're gonna head back to Dirtwater. And we'll come back here another time, hopefully whenever it's later. Off to the side of the trail, you notice one of those weird cacti shaped like coffee cups. Get some coffee. Got some hot coffee. Nice. Smells great. Alright, we're back in Dirtwater. So that's going to be it for this episode of West of Loathing. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.